Hello, I am Mani Malarvanan. In this video, we will look into the cryptocurrency's role in the future. In the last couple of weeks, we have been discussing various stablecoin. What is stablecoin? What are all the different types of stablecoin? And also, we looked into the Genius Act that's passed in the U.S. government recently. In this video, we will look into it, how the crypto market is changing and what changes we can expect in the next couple of years and beyond. So, this presentation is specifically focused on the future of crypto. If you want to learn more about the stablecoin or particular features of crypto, please go and visit our previous videos. We have various videos you can search and identify, and you can listen to those videos. In 2008 and 2009, that's the creation of crypto industry started. That is the innovation of Bitcoin that started in 2008 and 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto, who created the Bitcoin, and that started the crypto industry trend. And then in the 2015, Ethereum started getting popular. The main difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum is Bitcoin is the store value crypto coin and Ethereum is the utility based crypto coin. Meaning, what I mean by store value is you can use Bitcoin to store your value. It's like a gold. You can't use gold for day-to-day transaction. You can use gold as a store value, and if you want to sell it, you can sell it in future because gold has been appreciating in the last however many years gold has been invented. If you see the market, the gold keeps going up and up all the time. Similarly, the Bitcoin is considered as a digital gold. You can, once you have a Bitcoin, the value keeps going every year after year. But you can't use Bitcoin for day-to-day transactions. At least now, maybe in the future, there might be new innovative networks can start from the Bitcoin that can create Bitcoin for day-to-day transaction also, but not now. And that's where the Ethereum came into play. The Ethereum 2015, when it started as a utility token where people can use it for day-to-day transactions. There are various DeFi industries started based on Ethereum blockchain, and there are various companies started using Ethereum. Even though it is in the utility, it was not fully adopted by the consumers because even you use Ethereum for day-to-day transaction, the value you need to pay for goods and services using Ethereum is not constant. For example, one day you can purchase a coffee for $10 through Ethereum. And the same day you may have to end up paying $12 or $15 for the same cup of coffee because the value of transaction that goes into Ethereum changes based on various factors. There are other secondary networks started popping up that uses Ethereum mainnet for their transactions, but still it is not going to be constant until the innovation of stablecoin. That's where the Genius Act that we discussed in the last couple of videos came into play. If you have a stablecoin, then yes, you can use crypto for day-to-day transactions. The value is going to be constant, whether you use $5 or $10 through five stable coins or 10 stable coins, the value you will have for stable coin is equivalent to the value you have as a physical US dollars. If you have 10 stable coin, that is equivalent to 10 US dollars. And that's the way it's going to work within the stable coin industry. And in the 2023, 2025, the crypto industry started maturing more fast and more innovation started happening. So this happened before the 2017 2018, the boom and bust cycle that happened, because that's where the NFT started getting popular. More and more consumers started purchasing NFTs. There are many NFTs value went down to zero, and there are many marketplaces they closed, and consumers they lost interest, they lost the money, and they lost faith in the crypto market. And that started changing in 2019 2022 because of more regulation started adapting by the crypto markets, so that consumers are aware of what NFTs they can purchase, what crypto they can purchase, what crypto they should avoid. So that's where the 2019 2022, the financial institutions, the main big companies, they started getting into the crypto world and started adapting and integrating those into the traditional markets. And in 2023-25, the main innovation in the regulatory side is the creation of Genius Act that was passed in July, and that created a legal framework for many crypto industries, specifically in the stablecoin. The major trends in shaping the crypto's future. The one of the major change that happened is the DeFi revolution that started in the crypto world. There are a lot of companies started offering crypto without any intermediaries. If you want to send money from say US to India or Mexico, you can able to use the crypto to send money 24/7. So this cuts the intermediaries. When the intermediaries are reduced, then you don't have to pay large volume of money for your transactions. For example, if you want to send $100 from US to say Mexico, there are intermediaries and banks, they charge 5 to 10% or 7% of their transaction. So you end up paying $7 for every $100 you send to Mexico. But if you use crypto, it's not going to happen. Still, you have to pay a transaction fee that's going to be very minimal. It could be less than $1 you have to pay. You can compare paying 7% versus 1% transaction fee to send money from one country to another country. That is a major innovation that happened, cross-border transaction that created the crypto industry. And then in the NFT side, there are a lot of changes that started coming up. There is a fractional ownership of NFT came. The one NFT can be owned by multiple different people. So that innovation created. And also the NFT property changes. There is a dynamic NFT concept came. It's not static anymore. So based on various conditions, the properties of NFT may change. So there are companies working on to create those type of dynamic NFTs, and there are more and more companies are doing research to come up with a valuable NFT that's going to create value for their owners, so that this basically helps for consumers to buy NFT and hold it for a long time. And in the layer 2 scaling, there are multiple different networks came that used as the mainnet as the primary transaction endpoint, and that by thereby reducing the transaction fee. See, instead of using Ethereum as your main net to do all your transaction, there are several secondary blockchains came that used Ethereum as the main transaction. Instead of using all the transaction in the main net, they collect all the transaction in the layer 2 protocol, and then at the end they will commit, maybe every 1 hour they commit or every 124 hours they commit. That by doing that, they can able to drastically reduce the transaction fee for the customers, so more and more customers can start using these crypto for their day-to-day transactions. So that's the main innovation that happened. Specifically, the zero knowledge proof technology they adopted by multiple different companies drastically reduce the transaction time and also transaction value for each transaction you spend on the secondary network. You still have all the protection of the main net, but your transaction dollar you are going to spend for each transaction is drastically reduced using this innovation. And then the Genius Act that's passed in the US government July 18th. Now it is a legalized law, and it is still changing, but anybody who is issuing or creating a stable coin, US based stable coin, they need to follow strict laws that are being created through the Genius Act. This gives the legal framework for consumers to trust the stable coin, and they can purchase it and hold it. And this is going to create a lot of changes all over the US. You can be assured that many companies like Amazon, Google, uh, Facebook, Meta, all those companies are going to create their own stable coin, and they will be using it on their network for purchasing goods and services. So consumers can have their wallet and they can have the stable coin and they can use it for that transaction. And the traditional markets like Visa, MasterCard, and other banks, they are also getting into the stable coin because of the Genius Act that has been passed. And the regulatory framework that started with the crypto industry, and since it is passed in the US, other countries will also start to formalize their regulatory landscape so that their customers in their country can follow the regulatory frameworks so that they can able to purchase the crypto stablecoin or other assets through crypto blockchain networks. I'm pretty sure this stablecoin market is going to drastically increase in the next couple of years because there will be more and more competition and more value that will be created for consumers to start using the stablecoin in the crypto markets. And this is going to help the cross-border transaction. Drastically, it is going to reduce the transaction fee that consumers are paying to send money from one country to another country. And for the banks and for other big companies, if they want to purchase any types of goods and services, say China, now they have to send through banks, which is sometimes it takes weeks for the receiver to receive the money and then start their shipping. But with this stable coin, they can able to send the money and the receiver can receive the money instantly without waiting for days. The market adoption is going to increase drastically in the payment systems. So many retailers are going to integrate the stable coin in their networks. For example, Amazon, right now, if you want to purchase any goods and any goods from Amazon website, you need to pay through Amazon credit card or through Visa or MasterCard or other credit cards or debit cards. In the near future, Amazon is going to come up with their own stable coin following the Genius Act, and you can able to transact money through Amazon issued stable coin. So that's going to happen. Like Amazon, Walmart is going to have their own stable coin, and there are Visa and MasterCard will also have their own stable coin to attract the customers. And if you have more and more companies are giving stable coin, then it's going to give more competition and consumers ultimately win from that competition and they can able to use the services to do the payment using the stable coin. And also in the banking, there are multiple different banks. They have started adopting the crypto. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, they are all started offering crypto for their customers through their wealth managers portfolio. You can able to purchase uh, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and in the future they will also add other crypto into their portfolio and offering to their customers. And in the NFT, there are multiple different innovations started happening. We talked about fractional ownership, we talked about dynamic NFTs, and there are multiple tools are coming up. Using that, you can do analyze which NFT you can purchase, and also you can able to do a lot of analysis to identify how well the NFT is going to go up or down based on the financial history associated with that particular NFT and the particular marketplace that is issuing the NFT. All those new innovations that's going to make the consumers use their research and purchase the NFTs that they are interested in, instead of just going and randomly purchasing based on a particular advertisement. Now they can make an informed decision of purchasing these NFTs. And of course, there are key challenges are there. They still the crypto industry is very new compared to traditional finance, and you can see there's a lot of issues. Still there are issues in the traditional finance. People cheat with various ways, and that will be happening in the crypto industry also. But there are legal regulations are all coming up to avoid and ultimately protect the consumer money. The security risk is the very critical thing everybody is talking about, and there are tools and technologies are coming up to avoid the smart contract exploits, the phishing attacks, and that by using uh, consumers token and exploiting that and stealing money from the consumer's wallet. So that's the main thing that industry is adopting new tools and technologies to avoid. But in the like in the traditional industry, it's not possible to completely avoid. And from the consumer's point of view, you need to be making sure that you know the security risks before purchasing any tokens, and also keeping those token within your wallet. There are multiple videos we provided in this channel and also in other channels. Please make sure that you go and read and understand before purchasing any tokens. And the market volatility, since crypto is traded 24/7, the value keeps changing. And also because of that, there are a lot of speculative traders. They artificially increase the value of crypto NFTs, and they get the money and then they dump it and they close their account. So all those things are still possible, and there are tools and technologies, as I keep telling, are there, but it's not 100% safe. So consumers point of view, we need to be making sure that we understand the risks and rewards of getting into the crypto. And the scalability issues, the still, even though we have a secondary networks, secondary blockchain networks, that can able to speed up the transaction. The still many times the transaction takes minutes or maybe more to commit. It's not going to work if it continues for day-to-day transactions. But even though the technology is changing, it is still a long way to go. Just like comparing Visa or MasterCard networks, where it can able to do many transactions compared to uh, crypto. And the regulatory framework is evolving. The Genius Act that was created in the US recently, that targets only the stable coin, but the crypto market is pretty big. Within that, except the stable coin, there are other legal frameworks are there, but it is not clear and the rules are changing, and the markets and the companies are adapting to the rules. So you need to be making sure you understand those before getting into the crypto market. And there are various opportunities for consumers and for the business to start getting into the crypto to understand, so that they won't be left behind. The cross-border payment we discussed in multiple different videos, and with the Genius Act, the stable coin is going to be the cross-border transaction in the near future once more and more companies are started adopting it because of speed in which the receiver can able to get the money and the very low transaction fee. It's going to happen sooner than later. And then in the asset tokenization, if you have a physical property, 1 million physical property in New York, you cannot sell it to somebody else. That person is in a different country. But with the asset tokenization, you can have the $1 million property in a crypto asset. Using that, you can able to create 1 million Bitcoin, 1 million, not Bitcoin, 1 million crypto coins, and you can able to sell it to 1 million people. So that's possible with the asset tokenization. So this is going to be a major industry in the next couple of years. It's going to rapidly grow, and you can able to tokenize any type of asset. You can able to tokenize a building. If you have a boat, you can able to tokenize. If you have a bicycle, a scooter, irrespective of any type of physical entity, you can able to tokenize it. You can able to trade it in the crypto networks. And the another important change that happened is the ISO 222. And if you need to know more about ISO 222, please visit our previous videos. We discussed about the critical change that happened. See, this ISO 222 integration happened. So now crypto industry can able to link to the traditional industry by using ISO 222 standards. So the crypto can industry can able to transact, send money to traditional industry and receive money from traditional finance through the ISO 222 standards, thereby integrating it into traditional finance. They can able to attract more customers. Uh, in the near future, there are more and more projects are going to come in the crypto world that's going to use ISO 222 standards to integrate their blockchain network with the traditional finance network. So the road to 2030 and beyond. So the enhanced security protocol, that's going to be the key. There are various research going on. The companies are coming up with the secure transaction so that it won't be easy for anybody to steal money from the crypto wallet. So there are a lot of technologies are coming, and it is going to take time, but eventually it will be secure. One way or the other, everybody will start using the crypto. And also in the AI agent world, if AI agent wants to transact with some other agent, then the crypto is the only way they can able to pay a fee for the transaction. So we are planning to have videos about this agent and crypto, how agent and crypto is going to be integrated, and how it's going to help consumers and also other businesses. We will have a separate video, but crypto is going to play a key role in the AI world also. And because of this Genius Act, more and more countries will start creating stable coin for their local currencies and thereby creating legal frameworks for consumers to start using crypto on their native countries. And also there will be a user-friendly onboarding. It is still very difficult for consumers to understand what are all the different blockchains, what they need to do to create a wallet, how to purchase a transaction. All those are still not easy for a regular customer to understand and use it. So there will be technologies created for user to come to the crypto world and start using the crypto transaction, just like how you go to the bank, you get the money and give the money to purchase whatever you want to purchase. So sooner than later, the UI will be created, innovative user interface will be created for any consumer to use the crypto easily. And if you see the crypto, there is a entrepreneurs, there is a consumers, and there is a government, the legal entities. All those are all working together to create a bright and prosperous future for the crypto, so that from the consumers and from the company's point of view, it should be easy for us to use the crypto in our day-to-day transactions. So that's all I want to discuss in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. You can post in our video and we can able to answer your questions. And if you like this video, please help us to grow this channel by subscribing it and share this video to your friends and family. Thank you. Bye.